Have you ever realized how some words in English just don't stick? No matter how many times you study them, it's probably because you're trying to memorize them without any feeling attached. But language isn't built on memory. It's built on moments. When something surprises you, comforts you, or feels new, the words connected to it stay. That's why learning English through stories is so powerful. It connects the language to something real. One of the best ways to learn English is through stories. Stories give you vocabulary and grammar in a natural way, wrapped in emotion, detail, and rhythm. They let you live the language instead of memorizing it. So if you're trying to improve your English and want to learn in a way that feels personal and natural, just like this video, make sure to leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to NativeFluent. We share stories that help you feel the words. The sun in Sarajevo was softer than he expected. Not hot, not cold, just warm enough to make the stone streets glow a little. Reza had arrived the night before, tired and hungry, and fallen asleep without dinner. It was his first solo trip abroad, and everything felt just a bit unfamiliar. The signs, the sounds, even the silence of the city early in the morning. He walked slowly down a quiet street, his hands in his pockets, not looking for anything in particular. A man swept the sidewalk with a handmade broom. Two women were laughing beside a flower stall. The smell of something warm and slightly sweet came from a small window. Reza stopped. It was a bakery. No name. No menu. Just the sound of dough being rolled out and the occasional thump of trays hitting the counter. He stepped inside. The air was thick with the smell of fresh bread and something he couldn't name. Something unfamiliar but comforting. Behind the counter stood a woman in her 60s. She nodded at him. He pointed gently to a round, flat piece of bread with small bubbles across the top. She handed it to him in brown paper, smiled, and said something he didn't understand. He smiled back and paid in coins, unsure if he used the right ones. He stepped outside and took a bite. It was warm, soft inside, a little crispy on the edges. It tasted like flour and salt and something smoky. It reminded him of home, but not in any specific way. It was just kind. He sat on a bench and ate the whole thing slowly. He looked at the people walking by, the sunlight hitting the rooftops, the cats watching from windowsills. He didn't know the name of the bread. He didn't need to. It was now tied to this exact moment in his memory, this street, this bench, this quiet city morning. And somehow from that moment on, every time he saw the word bread in English on a menu, in a story, in a sentence, he didn't have to translate it. He could feel it. He remembered the warmth, the smell, the weight of it in his hand. In today's story, you learn phrases like soft inside, crispy on the edges, something unfamiliar but comforting. He didn't need to. And tied to this exact moment. These kinds of expressions help you sound natural and connect emotion to vocabulary. You also experienced how stories help you build real memories around English. That's what makes the language stay with you, not just because you understand the words, but because you feel them. We upload new videos every day to help you improve your English in a natural and emotional way. So if this story stayed with you, leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to NativeFluent. See you in the next video.